Thanks, guys, for tuning in to watch this, and thank you, Kier, so much for allowing me the opportunity to present again to your audience on a topic that I'm very passionate about, guys, which is perception and action. More specifically, what I call performance vision. I'm willing to bet that the majority of you can offhand name or think of a whole bunch of athletes that in the weight room or on the practice field, they just look like all stars. They look like in shorts and a shirt, or just on the practice field, they look like Pro Bowlers, or they're all stars, all Americans, whatever you want to call them. But on the field, they kind of crap down their pants. So they look like Tarzan, but they play like Jane. The wheel, what's under the hood, what's on the dashboard, so to speak, to be able to drive that car, to use those abilities, because it doesn't matter how fancy the car looks if it doesn't drive. You know what I mean? If you aren't able to drive it or use it, who cares? And as you guys know, the proverbial term of an athlete is only as strong as its weakest link. Well, each visual and perceptual skill that's involved in the athletes and in their sport can be a weak link. And as a coach, my job is to get them better in their sport, and all I care about is results that transfer to better performance on the field or the court or whatever. So I want to be able to assess not just their physical capacities, their movement capacities, but also the visual and perceptual side of things. And that's really what this presentation is about. The other side of the coin is the movement side of things. All that vision training and tools and computer screens are great, but if it has to be applied, as I mentioned, to the context of the athlete and their sport, the movements that are required, the demands that are required. And that's where, kind of the other side of the coin is the movement sciences and perceptual sciences that are kind of coming out with dynamical systems theories and ecological psychology, and in motor learning, the constraints-led approach. That's where they talk about this information of perception and using that perception to organize, identify, and interpret the sensory information that's coming in order to understand the environment and plan actions. 90% of the sensory information that we use in sports comes from the visual system. This information is gathered through our vision, and it's clear in sports that the perception and action is related to the athlete's ability to perceive the structure of the environment and in the contents within it to perform the movement actions. We can't just have one or the other. I'm not going to do just the sports vision training. I'm not going to do just the dynamical ecological system stuff. I want all of it, because I can't have one without the other. And if there's a weak link, I want to be able to fix it so I could get my athletes better, because all I give a crap about is transfer of training, getting my athletes better on the field, on the pitch. That's the only thing that matters to me. Now, as physical preparation coaches, we concern ourselves with the muscles of the body, the hamstrings, the glutes, the quads, the calves, the erector spinae, all that. But a lot of times coaches aren't aware that there's also 14 muscles of the eyes. And these muscles have to be flexible. They have to have endurance. They have to have some physical abilities as well. And, a lot of times we work on doing squats and we do GHRs and we do things, but if the flexibility or the stamina in our eye muscles are lacking, or they don't, the muscles aren't able to function smoothly, then we're going to have deficiencies in tracking or watching or moving our eyes back and forth and to and fro things. Where to go run. All right, this athlete, quick decisive move. You see a quick cut to the right, and she did a very good job. This athlete, a little indecisiveness, both by the defender and offensive player, so he got to go again.
Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by watching more videos just like it? You can also help us on our quest to placate the algorithm gods by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you.